Yeah, we'll do that. That should be fun. Oh, hello again, guys. Wow, choosing to watch my content again, despite all this other awesome content on YouTube. Thank you very much. I'm flattered, truly. Also, thank you for the 355 subscribers I've now got. Wow. So today my family's gone out, my missus and my kids and daughter and sister-in-law. They've all gone to, I think it's like a Butlins type place. I chose to stay home. I don't do very well in crowded spaces due to like my mental health issues and that. And it's just better for everyone else if I'm not around people, but I'm around you guys. So, a bonus for you, you get to see what dodgy crap I do today. Shall we begin? There you go for the chappies that keep saying about me not wearing no PPE. As good as it gets, guys, sorry. That's epically uncomfortable to hold on to now. I'd been asked by a friend of mine why I bought the Parkside plasma when I've got a three-phase plasma. It's basically because it was a pilot arc. That was the downside to high frequency. Is sometimes the arc just doesn't ignite straight away, and it's a little bit tedious and just frustrating. Did say my plasma cutting's rough. It's really annoying when you get a song stuck in your head. It's a bit like a certain person got dinosaur, fucking dinosaur, stuck in my head a few months back watching one of their videos. You know who you are.
I'm not sure if it's my imagination or if it's because that set's an old transformer based set, but it seems to lay such a lovely bead. Like, it's one of my, well, it's one of the best sets I've actually used, next to obviously like really expensive industrial sets.
And today's video is sponsored by Mr. Raymond Coggins, friend of mine. He was nice enough to lend me his spare welding set after mine burnt out, so the only reason why I can get anything done is because I've got this old dinosaur. Lovely set, new arc.
I'm sure everyone knows this trick, but if not, hey ho, there you go. Here's a trick for you. If you want to make a gasket, put a bit of oil on what you're looking to copy, place your gasket paper against it, give it a good rub, and it transfers a print so you can see where you're cutting and poking your holes. Tip of the day. Aha.
It's passed the water pressure test. Now to assemble it. Hello! So, it worked last time, but I kept moaning about the valves, as couldn't get the control I wanted. Didn't really want to go with proper needle valves due to, as oil burner said, they'll block up. So, I made a new tank, new heater. Well, fueling system. Oil pickup is here. So we'll start from the very beginning. Quick release airline, one way non-return valve goes into a T, then down into my tank and to my first tap. Obviously air will charge tank. Then picks up the oil to my T again and off to my next valve, and then up here I included the like fill up valve on the actual oil line this time. Figured it saves having 3 holes and less possibility for leaking. This is still very much been messing around, so this is a bit of box section that had some holes in it from whatever the previous owner had done with it. And this time I flanged it instead of just welding it all in. So the hope with this, basically, these are kind of like a needle valve, but they're not. They're more of a very fine control gate valve, but using like a straight, like bulkheady type gate and not the big round buggers in the normal 15 mils.
Wonderful description given there. They are a needle valve. The holes on either side of the valve are offset from each other, one up, one down, and the valve itself inside has a slight taper to it, but it's around about 4 or 5 mil wide, which I thought would allow any contaminants still in the oil to easily pass through and hit the burner. They are radiator taps, by the way.
in the name of everything holy and bodgy. You wait till you see what you sat on. We're going to try using this as a bit of a forge burner instead of a foundry, just to have a mess around. And I've got a crappy little anvil, and somewhere there I've got a really cheap and nasty lump hammer and a bit of this 10mm round bar-y crap. This isn't intended as a forge burner, but it can be used as a forge burner if this works. So I'm just going to start this thing up. I suppose I better not start it with a camera above it. One thing I did change this time was I've brought the oil line out and straight down to the bottom instead of having them join at the top. I figured that would allow better sort of hopefully mixing.
Using my words really well there. I thought if I did a straight line from the oil and air mix point out, then it would stop any potential sort of centrifugal forces building up on its way and creating
there we go.
Sort of how a water separator works in your compressed air lines, and potentially large globules of oil building up in the corners and sort of sputtering out, rather than if it goes down to a straight tube it should give a nice even mix and potentially all just come out at roughly the same sort of fuel air mix ratio.
Which bloody way is it? it's better. I think possibly the area I was trying to heat was probably too big for the size of the nozzle I'm using, because, you know, I've intended it for foundry. I just wanted to heat up a bit of steel. I was bored. Didn't exactly achieve much with it because the anvil kept moving and I couldn't hit it hard enough. So yeah, I believe that burner setup is going to work really well for the foundry I'm planning. Only problem is materials. It's finally finished cooling down. Well, gone out. Only problem, materials. I've got no castable refractory or anything like that currently, and I'm probably not going to be getting any in the future. If anyone's watching this and you can tell me something I can use instead of actually going on eBay and getting refractory that you can get locally, that will work. Because I don't actually have an eBay account. I occasionally use my dad's and I've got oil all up my face. I thought it hit me. Fuck it. My brows are coming back. What was I saying? Yeah, so if anyone knows something that you can pick up locally, just drop a comment below for me, because I've got the metal and stuff to make the smelting pot. I'm going to be making a tilting furnace type thing. I don't want a crucible. I'm just going to have a I don't know what you'd call it. I'm going to have the outer lining like you would a normal furnace. The flame will go inside as if it had a crucible, but there will be a metal crucible, so a diet mounting, and then I'm going to have a tapping spout coming off towards the bottom, up and then out through the outer skin of what would be a normal furnace, or foundry rather. That way I can put a like 90-degree reduction box on it and it will just tip and go back. Mainly because I don't want all the hassle of having to get tongs and things like that at the moment for handling crucibles. Yeah, one step closer to melting some alley. Woohoo! I know everyone else can do it, but hey, this is my R&D sessions. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and take care. Definitely got no eyebrows there in the middle anymore. Oh well.